Good evening, guys. So today I will be using DeepSeek AI as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, to inquire about my boutique manufacturing company. It's not really my company, it's my friend's company, but I would be researching into the details as to how we can leverage DeepSeek R1 model to creating the best success story possible for this company. So the firm that I have initially given is I have a boutique ethnic wear manufacturing company partnership or environment limited. Provide me the research data to cover market and Indian market for my needs. Make sure to include details of top players, not revenue, not work, USP, branding, marketing strategy, what sections, market size, and detail. So keywords also to be included. Now, what it does is it digested my process my prompt, and then it solved for 2 to 6 seconds. So the thing that intrigues me, the thing that prompts me and brings me into learning more about DeepSeek AI is the way this process those prompts, how we can actually implement it in the way it responds. So okay, the user has a boutique ethnic manufacturing company called Embroidery Limited with basic partnership. So it knows the context, it knows what I'm actually referring to. Then it detailed research that are the global and Indian market coordinates. Let's back down what they are asking for. First, they want a global Indian market size. They actually look for a recent report from credible sources like Grand P Research or IMARC. So it does know where to look for information, it does know where to look for data. For global market, the size in USD and CAGR would be important. Similarly for India, specific figures incorporate identity charge of data is today, maybe we can do for transactions, whatever it is. Next, top players in port markets. There will be globally companies like Fab India and it's doing great, and maybe international brands like Sosji, which is a local brand. Initially started from West Bengal, Kolkata, now is a global, international fashion boutique brand. In India, besides the big names, there could be regional players. So each player their net revenue, network, USP, branding strategies. But wait, the revenue and network might be publicly available, especially private companies. I might have to estimate based on development because I mentioned that specific figures are not disclosed. So the way it is processing those things, those prompts, and thinking on its own is indeed really scary. I would say, just because it has and it is on the brink of turning into an AGI state now, artificial general intelligence. So DeepSeek AI is not really a generative AI model, it is a language-based reasoning AI model. So textual GPT style model, but specifically dedicated for reasoning complex questions and problems. USB is crucial. For example, Fab India focuses on handling growth, subsidy and literary, branding and marketing strategies, collaborations, digital campaigns, influencer partnerships, book sections for the next 5 years, maybe around 8 to 10% CAGR for India, slightly lower globally. Top keywords, celebrity business wear, boutique, embroidery, sustainable fashion, and this will help in SEO and digital marketing. So it does know why I am actually asking for these top keywords, why I'm asking for USP, why I'm asking for branding strategy for these top players, why I need their net revenue, why I need their network for the top players in the market, in the global and the Indian market as well. So they know the reason behind asking this prompt. The AI model does know why I'm asking these questions, and after all of these, I structurally answer with clear sections. Okay, now after those processing is done, it is now ready to structure the answer based on the processing that it has done. Go market overview, Indian market overview with each size, each with size, growth, key players, extra and then type keyword, like search and data sources and more. Where exactly these are available. Also high business staff, explore potential and scale creation, whatever. Okay, now let's look at the data provided by this thing, which is here is data analysis of the global and Indian ethnic wear markets. Selective your niche, boutique ethnic wear manufacturing, data is sourced from industry reports, market research, and financial disclosures as of 2023 and 2024. Global ethnic wear market overview, market size $94.5 billion to 2023, projected to raise $75.9 billion by 2032, CAGR 8.7%, sources RC Group. Key drivers. Okay, so now let's have a cross check of this information if that is indeed IMARC Group, market research and leading firm. Okay, we wouldn't find the specific links to it, I believe. Let me check it in there. I don't think so. Yeah, there's nothing. Even then, let's look at the data here. Key drivers. Levels of players being highlighted in here. Company of India, 4 million net revenue, and it was only $200 million net revenue. USP, they have also highlighted USP informal table, which is really good, and powerful and clarifying the details of the information that it is providing. Branding and marketing strategies has also been highlighted in here. And the runway, Sabatachi, Global DC. Okay. Now, let's take to the Indian ethnic wear market review. Market size is 12 billion in 2023, projected to hit 30 billion by 2030. CAGR 12%, which is 4% more than the global CAGR. Source Technopack. There's Technopack. It does exist. Really good. Moneywear, $500 million. Dubai, $200 million. Utakamar, $100 million. Roman, $15 million. For Moneywear, premium wedding and occasional wear, affordable Canadian ethnic wear, revival or traditional crafts, handloom saris, and novice designs. For Roman, this thing, this one, Roman seems to be the South Indian version of Moneywear. Key trends and opportunities: sustainability, digital integration, customization, export potential, top keywords, on this. So it doesn't actually have access to the internet and also not the key tools, because if you look at this keyword section, which we have in this video, we'll search the answer with clear instructions where you need to find the market size numbers. I think I saw somewhere where it mentions that I don't have access to somewhere in Google, not here. Keywords are the bottom more and niche terms. Maybe there's no terms if applicable, use tools like Google Keyword Planner or somewhere for search volume data. But since I can't access them, rely on common sense in the industry. That was really funny, but yeah, sound like as if it is an honest AI model or an honest system which is actually spitting out the facts. That it does not have the actual access. If provided the access, it could do a whole lot of better, just like in OpenAI's a creator. Definitely, it could could change the game. Until they experience a section level and delivery maybe first make it in that's a different thing. And then now the next thing that I asked was assume you are playing the role of 2000 page. This gives in detail about the financial planning and funding strategies for inward limited. Because this is also one of the key points that one of the friend who owns this company asked me to do so. Okay, the users wanted to add a 2000 page discussing financial planning for their company. And what the problem that they are, which is we're a manufacturer, so I need to focus on the specific needs. And we start by recalling the data I provided. The company is in a partnership structure, so maybe funding options should consider that. They are in a growing market, but in India and globally, which is good for attracting investors. First, I should outline the key areas of financial planning that will include revenue projections, cost management, capital structure, and risk management, and funding strategies, how to raise the necessary capital, the use of market options like equity, debt, grants, and partnerships. The previous one is top players and market size. So I don't need to really have a look back over these topics, but it did actually have access to the previous organizations. So consider this needs to start aligning with the group possessions. The nations targeting these export markets like UAE, which might require upfront investment in marketing industry, should maybe export percentage or government grants, which could be useful here. Also, since they are into sustainable practices, green financing or impact investing could be used. Right, very good. So after a whole long list of processes that provided in these, including being one conservative strategies, let us start with the risks with a various kinds of firm, and the business firm, the financial firm. So preserving asset or saving liquidity is also important and so planning essentials. Revenue projections based on India's open careers is of 2% with aim for 54 revenue in 5 years, assuming current revenue is 10 to 15 crores. It's not. I would be integrating. I will fitting in the actual figures that are in conversion. But yeah, it has assumed that we are at a current revenue rate of 10 to 15 crores in the current year, which is not true. Look at the situation to B2B wholesale export and 40% to B2C, which means portfolios. Core structure, raw material, labor, and marketing. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Cash flow management. Profit margins 35% is worth the intelligent doing ones investing. Funding strategies, bootstrapping first, debt financing, grant subsidies, equity. It even provides where to explore for debt financing, explore for the DeepSeek, convergency, ECGC, or 10 crore MSMB loan, which is provided through PM, ETP, and KPIC loans for textile and education industries, which is really good. And then after that, so yeah, it basically provided the conversation, and this is the intelligent being 2. Intelligent being 2 is a aggressive growth advocate. The first one was actually looking forward for 35% revenue target. Now this one will be looking forward to 35% margin. Also, the target revenue target is much higher, 100 crores in 3 years. Doesn't sound really realistic. For this one, it's 50 crores. Somewhat realistic, but I know it's going to take a lot to achieve that kind of number in 3 years. Then came the concept of funding, cash flow management, aggressive funding mix, venture debt significant growth on trifecta capital for inventory scaling tied to e-commerce growth metrics. So it not only provides the idea of venture debt funding, but it also suggests you from where you can acquire those, capital funding that's required from you to be able to achieve those funding. Strategic partnership, crowdfunding, use of macro, Kickstarter campaign for sustainable selling line, free early book pricings. I like this idea. I like this idea as well. Ethical AI, craftsmanship, where was that? Yeah, rest Series A funding, pre-Series A funding, what is that? Rest is from impact investors, have a SCAR capital. So, as an example, it's actually providing the actual investors in these niches. So, when we look at the SCAR, it is actually there, and seems like as if this thing is well known to the Indian audience as well, which is good. So it does have the capability to reach nooks and corners of the internet to find and scrap information that the user is desiring or wanting to explore into. And then coming back to the topic, risk mitigation debate, conservative strategies, growth advocate, where the market rewards scalability, AI and automation-free artisans to focus on high-value tasks. Example into the rewards financial solutions we take to appeal to Gen Z. Simply say space balance, financial work might phase 1 to 14-25, which is already over. There is some work in the backup for 1 year now, it seems like from this conversation. We're done. Phase 2 2026 and 2027, ways to control inequity from impact investors and opportunity for evaluation. They even tell you what valuation you can raise the funding at. Expand to UAE with ECGC back working capital. Phase 3 IPO or certification by a conglomerate with application. So we are not looking forward to sell out the company entirely. So if possible, we would go for an IPO because that is a way we can actually scale our boutique in the business, and trade and convert it into a tradable share options in the stock market through SEBI, Stock Exchange Board of India. And then the final tip. Now after this, I saw you seem to have a problem. I saw you seem to be having some questions in your banking process data. Really sorry I missed the details. Yes, we are already established since 2025. The annual revenue was in 2024 was 35 lakhs. That is basically what I did. And now I provided a financial plan assuming a higher revenue base 10 to 15 crore as now. So now I need to adjust the strategy based on the actual current revenue. Okay. With that said, it got diverted off from the two intellectual being discussing and debating on the financial and funding strategies. It just sits on directly focus on its own answer, which is the specific established presence in 2015 and FY 2023. Let's refine the financial planning and financial results to allow for scale, challenges, and growth potential. Here is a realistic roadmap. Current financial snapshot and challenges, revenue, the finance, financial year 2024, likely challenges into working capital, for scaling, high production costs, artisans, labor, material. This is not the fact, this is not true, but this one is indeed true and is really what we are facing right now with the limits of working capital. Competition from mass market, this is also true, because as everyone knows in the fashion and textile industry, competition is specifically talking about fashion brands and clothing and apparel industry, as well as the FMCG companies out there. The level of competition is way too high. So we just got cross between those top players. Utilizes the marketing and export channels, revise financial planning, which is the updated version from the previous one, just keeping in sight the last year's revenue. So they are looking for a target of 20-25% growth for the year 2025, which is already over. And it does, have a realistic number that is 22-24 lakhs, which is good. 22-25% growth. Focus on improving margins, not just revenue. Year 3, 2026, 2027. Year 2 and year 3 is what I would like to focus more on. Aim for 1 crore revenue, CAGR 40%. Cost optimization strategies, raw materials, labor efficiency. Okay, those are the techniques that we can use to reduce the cost, and at the same time reduce the cost to improve our margins. At the same time, that would allow us to increase our revenue. Profit margins enhancement, another way to do it, reducing waste by cutting work tools, tool attack, selling zero waste products. For example, here brands from fabric scraps. Currently, we actually sell away our fabric scraps to third-party vendors. But as it is suggesting in here, if we could actually implement these strategies and leverage those fabric scraps and into creating and manufacturing gearbands specifically for women, that would be much better option, and it could actually generate an extra income for our company as well. So cash flow management, it has actually discussed in detail the invoice factoring, pre-orders, funding strategies for small scale growth, investing in loan, Mudra, CGT, MSC scheme, export funding. Somewhat repetitive with the above discussed strategy, but textile ministry somewhat is what I would be exploring tonight, because we might need to implement and leverage whatever schemes and project profiles that the government of India is coming up with in relation to the textile and fabric manufacturing industry. Stat specific, for example, since we are in West Bengal, we would have to leverage the stat specific manufacturers based policy and schemes. Equity and alternative funding, angel investors, crowdfunding, impact investors, C4D, partners, funding, SMEs in artisan sectors. You can add in all of that thing. I know for sure that this thing just works. Strategic partnership and B2B marketplace, list on India Mart, go Google to go photos. India Mart, yeah, I know about India Mart. I have been working with India Mart for the past 1 year now. With regard to another clothing brand by the name Global Coach, which manufactures basically kids kurta pajama for kid boys up to from 0 to 10 years. And the results are not that satisfactory, so it is actually pointless to attract students to list for services on the Mart, because they do have a service charge that is, which was if I remember it right, it was actually 35,000 rupees per month. Yeah, it is considered a lot for a startup, only to list products. I wouldn't really do that. Collaborations, yeah, we can actually look for collaboration program with indie designers for exclusive lines, revenue sharing model, where they would be sharing the revenue based on royalty basis, which is pay per sale. Growth levels for embroidery, product strategy, niche focus, digital marketing, export opportunities, and then financial KPIs to track, which is okay, risk mitigations, and then that is it. Okay, this part I will talk in another video specific to blockchain integrations into the fabric and textile industry, how we can leverage the blockchain technology. So let's skip this part. Then let's also skip this part. I was actually picking up points that this DeepSeek AI, DeepSeek R1 is actually providing me, and I'm trying to understand the level of knowledge it has in terms of the data that is provided. So elaborate in detail USB for embroidery. I haven't actually provided any sort of USB unique selling propositions for embroidery, but even then, the R1 model actually think on its own for 21 seconds, and then it come up with, okay, the user want me to elaborate on the USB for embroidery limited. Let me start recalling that what the USB is. Unique selling propositions. It is what makes a business stand out from other competitors. Since embroidery is a boutique ethnic wear manufacturer established in 2015, their USP needs to highlight their unique strength in the market. First, I need to consider their existing information. They mentioned they're established on 2015 and since having an annual revenue of 45 lakh. Previous discussions cover financial planning, blockchain procurement, and selling on platforms like ecstasy. The USB should tie into the strengths identified earlier, such as artisan craftsmanship, regional techniques, and sustainability. But none of this USB here is actually, I have not provided, this for specific USB that it is suggesting me to. But for really a good idea, if you wanna, if your company or the brand does not actually have a USB, then it is actually suggesting you to implement these in your business to make it successful. And yeah, that's what it is. Next, I need to look at competition. Competitors like India and Embroidery have the USBs around sustainability and luxury. Embroidery needs something different, maybe emphasizing there is no authenticity or passport services to set them apart. They also mention being a partnership firm, which also implies a close relationship with artisans, highlighting ethical practices and direct collaboration with artisans could be a strong point. Additionally, the use of technology like blockchain and AI for customization can be integrated into USB to solve innovations. So regarding the use of technology and implementation of AI for customization, I was actually creating this virtual try-on option for embroidery using the lovable.dev platform, and this is the actual business Proforma I will be creating and sharing with my friend who owns this business. Who runs this business. I have no role in whatsoever in this business. Let me remember what I'm private limited. Nor do I have any interest in it. I just genuinely want to make it a successful hit. So yeah. And what I did was actually copy all of the details that it is providing from here, from there to a doc file, and then I'll convert this into a PDF, then into a slide if possible later on. So yeah. So regarding the USB, core components of embroidery is USB, element artisans, got it. Partnership with Rajasthani artisans for wear technique, property, Bandhani, mass market brands use machine embroidery, small boutiques lack personal specifications, Okay, computer gap. What gap is there if you leverage this USB? Is what basically is this DeepSeek. DeepSeek is actually trying to suggest me. Your USB should answer why should customer choose an embodied opportunities like Web India or local auditions. Customization, bespoke designs like AI-driven tools, example virtual trials for embroidery clients, most brands offer limited personalizations, example Vivo, fixed catalog, ethical transparency, blockchain tracks supply chain from to stitch journey visible to buyers. Competitors would rarely disclose origin wages or material sourcing, hyper-local prototypes. Focus on forgotten regional embroideries such as push, bravery, stitch. Push is what? I put it down. Global brand dilate cultural authenticity for mass appeal, pricing, accessibility, quality, television level prices, luxury brands, and personality. Luxury players target high net worth individuals only. Yeah, we would like to target the middle class section of society, and our target audience would be middle class, lower middle class, and yeah, if possible, the lower upper class as well as the middle upper class who owns showrooms and retail stores. Crafting the USB statement, combine the website segment and the report element of the concise compelling statement, prototype sticks with innovation by and craft it business where it's actually yours. So that's the tagline. Okay, breakdown of the USB statement, heritage innovation is literally yours. Okay, I don't need to go into that. It's just that how the DeepSeek R1 is actually providing you the information with whatever comparisons and competition there is in your specific niche. You can actually try this for whatever business you have, and it doesn't matter. It did not be only the fabric and industry or the boutique fashion industry. It can be anything. It can be any business. So for this service, I am actually looking forward for actually doing this for specific dedicated to the boutique ethnic fashion wear company. Next on, maybe I'll be looking forward to a Web3 based project, or maybe I will create the blockchain specific integration with the this boutique industry. Basically what I'm trying to say is I would be talking with not only DeepSeek AI, DeepSeek DeepThink R1, but also with multiple AI models, to ensure there is no conflict of interest in whatever they're suggesting, and then try to implement the blockchain technology integration process with these specific needs. For Fab India, Monovel, or Mongo, or whatever, presentations and massive website features. Okay, so a few words. I think there was a specific area where it mentioned blockchain tags. This one. Critical transparency, blockchain tags, attach QR codes to comments linking to artisan profiles, example, concept by Lakshmi, third generation, quota for the artist, material reasons, example, organic cotton from Hero, Tamil Nadu. The concept of of even implementing blockchain tags into the fabric manufacturing industry is just really amazing. May sound new to a lot of people, and also some may say it is unrealistic, unpromising, and somewhat unattainable, and they won't even understand the use of it, whole point of it. But yeah, I do understand what they're trying to say. what I'm trying to put in. Yeah, I love this concept, man. Yeah, I would be definitely going for a detailed analysis into ethical transparency, not ethical transparency section, the blockchain tech integration of this blockchain technology into the specific niche, and then terms, verifications, and policies, something like that. That stays on it. Okay, and this is what I asked. Elaborate in detail of ethical transparency, blockchain techs, and so on. It does actually provide a database data and information regarding how we could, leverage blockchain technology into this kind of business. But we will not be discussing this on this video specifically. So yeah, skip. Integration assessment and whatever. Okay, then I ask for it. Now I want a pitch to investors or funding partners for member for link to be easier to discuss about. Make sure it is in break lines and around 100 words. That's what I asked. And the first one, it provided, basically of a word count of over 4,300 something characters, which is not what I asked for. I was actually supposed to write the word character instead of the word, but yeah, that was my mistake, so I had to reaffirm it. That's it. If it's 1,000 characters, make sure it's under 1,000 characters, and then here it is. I actually had created this specifically just to make a slide, Google slide using AI, so I had to provide details of the presentation that I need to make with the description supporting only up to 1,000 characters, which is why I needed that, specifically 1,000 characters. Then it provided the pitch in about 1,000 characters, even less. But as you can see in my recent conversation, there is multiple server problem in here. 3 times I tested the response, same response. 8 times I asked for it, same response. Server is busy. 9 times I asked for it, server is busy. Then after about 1 hour, I retype it. Now let's discuss problem 2. Problem statement, market cap, 70% whatever. It is extracted from its previous over the previous conversations about, was to get a detailed analysis of the problem statement for our niche. So it does provide me the detail that I needed. And similarly, I asked for market opportunity and growth, and business model, revenue stream, description, contribution, sales via website, wholesale boutiques, cover resellers, customization fees, licensing, premium charges for AI, design and delivery. The income, I'm just provided the business model and detailed explanation of what we can do with it. And then I asked for the financial highlights, revenue collections for business. It had highlighted target sale of 50 lakhs for year 2024-2025 and 2026-2027 2.5 crores. CAGR 75%, which sounds kind of impossible, but it is not actually if you do the things right, implement the things right. And then it does provide you the ways and different tricks as to how you could grow at a 75% CAGR within the time frame of 2024 to 2027, which is a time gap of around 3 years. Then came the funding utilization, how we use the fund if we get the financial allocation and the funding from investors' clients. but it's just one process, so it's busy. I tried multiple times, so a single time, and then I replied it instantly. So this one was good. How we would, where would the funds go if investors put in their money, and how they could get out of the investment exit strategy, which is called exit strategy for investors. Then I have asked for a growth strategy. Actually, what you can do is basically I will provide a link in the description about the whole conversation with these in the form of this Google Doc file. I'll put the link to this in the description, and you all can check it out if you own a boutique store, if you own a fashion, if you are in the textile industry, if you are in the clothing product line business. This is the blueprint, basically the blueprint that you can copy. You can modify the conversation, you can modify the numbers, you can modify basically, do whatever you want with the content of it. Just make sure you don't comment on our name. Just kidding, guys. It's okay. It's open source. I am a open source mindset guy. So yeah, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure you change the name of your company, and then you can do whatever you want. Great. Impact metrics and whatever. I've been trying on the impact metrics now. So yeah, that was basically it. And then yeah, check out the link in the description below. I would be basically inquiring and talking to this DeepSeek R1 on multiple other topics that I have not shown in this video, which are, I think, was it impact metrics. I haven't been able to communicate with it because of the server problem. So let's try it again. Provides you the answer, that is great. If not, it's okay. We will wait for it for some time more. And then competitive advantage, I would be asking to the competitive advantage for the business, ask and exit potential for the clients, and then why invest in embroidery, and a call to action section. Then I will provide the whole detailed study and information. Or per se, you can call it a blueprint to a successful food tech business from the link in the description down there, or you can check out the video right over here to explore more about AI related conversations that I have had in the past in terms of entrepreneurship, as a content creator, as a businessman. I do like exploring AI models for the purpose of growing businesses, and that way just make sure that I am up to date with the existing and trending AI models, presence per se. Okay, that was basically it. Subscribe to the channel, and I will try my best to upload the blockchain integration video really soon, coming up within the next 2 to 3 days. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon to make sure the first video, as soon as I upload a video, the notifications just pop out to you. And also like the video if you really enjoyed it, and if you find it useful and helpful for you and your business as well. And do share the video to to anyone who knows or who does who are in the manufacturing business, or who is into the apparel, clothing, fabric, textile industry based businesses. Yeah, that was basically it. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Peace.